What's going on, everybody? I'm sitting here just playing with these guns like any normal person would be doing at this time. Yes, they are clear, just so you know. But anyway, I wanted to talk about duty guns in general, because when I first got the Glock and I first got the Walther, my original plan, I'm probably going to get a duty holster for both of them eventually. But if ever something went down and I only had to take one, I would end up probably taking the Walther the way I shot it yesterday. And I had to go to the range, what's today, Saturday? So I went to the range Friday. I'll probably upload this Sunday. But I went to the range Friday because I had to sight in. I got a 508T for this. And I took the dot that was on this and put it on something else, so I had to sight that in too. But when I shot this, my groupings were just so much tighter than the Glocks. And it surprised me because the Glock, I guess you could say, was my best shooting pistol. And, it's probably easy to say, well, you got like the triggers, the compensators, you got all this shit done to your guns. It's like, of course they're going to be easy to shoot. And I'm not saying that I'm like a beginner, but I'm not saying I'm a pro at shooting. So, I got room to improve. I got things to work on. And this is just kind of my personal experience with these two specific guns. But like I said, my groupings were just so much tighter with the Walther than the Glock. The Glock, I could get faster follow-up shots because the way they made this ramjet, the recoil on this is just so much softer than the Walther. And you would think otherwise, because the Walther, if you could tell, is just a lot bigger than the Glock. And that's one of the things that I didn't like about the Walther when I first got it is if you ever have a Walther and you shoot it, you'll notice it's a little snappy, and the guns themselves are just so light. So, I mean, I understand why the recoil on this is a lot softer than this one, but let me give you a quick overview. I got the TLR1, the trigger, the Parker Mount Machine Comp, the Floyd's Magwell, and base pad extensions. I got where'd I get this guide rod? ZR Tactical. Basically, I have the Pro without the Pro. And for those of you wondering, if any of you were wondering, I didn't know the Pro was a thing when I bought this Walther. So I ended up spending like an extra $1,000 to turn this into a Pro, when I could have just bought the Pro if I'd known it was a thing in the first place. But as far as this, I got the Ramjet, the 509, the Glock Performance trigger, the SLR Magwell, Beaver Tail Chop. If you got a Glock, you got to do this, because these motherfucking grips are just chunky, and you don't need no extra room back there. The guide rod was from, I believe, Terran Tactical. And one of the things, Radian says that, they made this compensator so you wouldn't have to change out your spring. But, when I took this to the range and I shot it with the compensator, I kept getting maybe like every just mag or every 2 or 3 mags, I would get like a failure to feed. And at first I thought it was just me in the way I was holding the gun. But I bought the guide rod. I bought I believe it was a 15-pound spring. And then I switched it out, and I haven't had any problems with it yesterday. And I probably shot like 300 rounds through it and not an issue. So that's taken care of. But, when I was shooting both of these yesterday, I also have the Ameriglow sights for this. I need to buy suppressor sights for this one too, so I could get a co-witness. when I was shooting these guns at the range yesterday, I had a better time shooting the Walther than I did the Glock, and it just kind of really surprised me, and it just kind of solidified my decision that if I ever needed to just take a duty gun and just leave all the rest, I would take the Walther over the Glock. The only thing that I need to do to the Walther is get the suppressor height sights, because the sights that come with the Walther are fucking garbage. And I need to go to Floyd's website and buy new springs, because when I added the base pad extension, my slide does not lock back anymore. I don't have any problems with feeding, which is fine, but my slide does not lock back. Now, as far as duty guns go, this one's clear, so anybody can see. I bought this kind of like as an impulse buy, and I thought about making this a duty gun. When I first shot this gun, it just kind of blew me away, to be honest with you. I honestly thought it was better than the Glock. I just don't know what direction I want to go with this. And I really haven't taken the time to look up any aftermarket parts, triggers. I kind of like the U-notch sights, so I don't really know if I'll change those out. If I can get a co-witness with them, I'll probably keep them. Like I said, triggers, lights. I kind of want to go all out and get maybe like a Surefire, and maybe like an enclosed emitter. But I need some more money for that. I'm not made of it. But yeah, when I just took these to the range and just shot them, the Walther felt 10 times as better. The ergonomics, to me, are way better than the Glock. It's slimmer. Oop, that was an accident. And I don't know if you could tell, but they have these like ridges in there that your hands can kind of, or your fingers can kind of just sit in, so you can get like a natural grip, which is really nice. The trigger that's a take up, bang, that's it. So it's basically non-existent. But with the Glock, it's kind of like I don't know, like a rolling trigger. It's like there's no like definitive wall on that. So it's like it always kind of just like catches you by surprise if you don't expect it. And like I said, this is the Glock performance trigger. I'm thinking about changing out what is this called? The shoe? I'm not really sure. Maybe somebody can help me out with that. I seen one on Overwatch Precision that I liked, and I really just haven't pulled the trigger, no pun intended, on it. But as far as the way these guns sit right now, other than a few minor things, I think they're done. I like the Walther. As far as what I shot yesterday, I like the Walther completely better than the Glock. And I know you get the reliability of the Glock, but I've changed. I mean, the Glock trigger is from Glock. I got the Terran Tactical spring and guy rod in there. So, I mean, you get the reliability, but once you start changing the stuff out in it, it's like, and you got to test it out to make sure it's not going to take a shit on you when you need it. But Walther, reputable brand, everybody knows who it is. Old man gun. Like I said, I'm leaning towards the Walther as far as a duty pistol. So, and don't get me wrong, I like the Glock. Sometimes I will carry this around, like EDC this, and throw this in my rotation. But like I said in another video, that's if I'm wearing like a hoodie, a jacket, you know, it's cold outside. because this gun is substantially big compared to something like this that I carry around every day, or something like this. I wonder, are these the same size? They're similar, or something. I'm gonna carry this around eventually. I gotta get more shots up with it. But you know, if I do this gun up, and then I like it better, who knows? Maybe I'll. Excuse me. Maybe this will be my go-to duty pistol. I'm not really sure. Let me know what you guys think. Which one's your favorite? If you guys watched the video, thanks. If you didn't, you probably wouldn't even hear this anyway. But I appreciate the time. Thanks.